is in real estate, there's gonna be so many people you work with and touch base with that don't need something now, and you're building up that database enough to the point where there's always somebody who needs something now. I can't believe it. You guys came back to another vlog. Thanks for joining again. So through my cold calling, when I'm calling property owners in the area, of course I want to apply for the job to list and sell their house. But I talked to somebody who said if I bring them a buyer, that they would still pay my commission. So what I can do is you can, if you don't list a house for sale, but you bring somebody a buyer, they can still pay you at the closing. The photos they had online, no good at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go there, take video and pictures with my point and shoot that I'm recording with right now, and I'm gonna advertise it online. Even if they don't want to list the house right now, I could still use this opportunity to, one, build a relationship with them, give them some value that nobody else is giving them by marketing their property while it's off the market. And then in addition, even if any of the buyers who don't want to buy it after they see it, it'll help me build more connections with people who are looking to purchase property in Chicago. So something I've never really done before, but I know how to do it. And I'm gonna go take some video and pictures right now and I'll show it to you guys. I forget how much sellers, they go into every little detail about stuff.
Nice people.
So nice. The nicest. It was actually really fun moving around with the camera, doing video style. I loved it.
I'm excited to see it.
When you're on the phone with people and you're cold calling, you're like afraid.
Oh, 100%.
And then you meet them in person, you're like, oh my God, you're a human. You're such a nice human. So if you guys are looking for a 2-bedroom condo at 145, super cheap, good size, great deal. So if I bring them a buyer without it being on market, I would have to act as the intermediary where I would help them both figure out, you know, what we need to do to get to the closing table, but I wouldn't be able to be a form of representation. It would just, they would have to do their own negotiation, but I would, you know, I'm basically like a transaction coordinator if it were to happen like that. But if it doesn't end up getting the traction that they need, and then eventually they do want to list it and sell it that way, you know, I'll be there for that too. How you doing, boo boo?
Not good. What are you doing?
So it's the next day. We like to drive about an hour north to go to this Walmart because we don't have any local Walmarts here, and it's nice to go for a drive. We're like, well, we could redo our bathroom, but we have tile, it kind of like moves around the floor. So we're like, well, we can get some from Walmart, rip it up, put these new ones in. So that'll be a cool project.
Yeah, it smells good.
You look good. Oh my God, you made toast?
No.
You can make me any toast. All right, we got everything out.
Can you move those?
Oh yeah. Just got done with a call session. And how many calls did I make today? Today was okay. Got 100 calls done today. And out of that, I got connected with a bunch of people, but out of those 100 calls, there was 6 people who do still need to sell property, whether it's now or in the future, in a year, or whenever. Basically, my goal is, it's all about database. Is in real estate, there's gonna be so many people you work with and touch base with that don't need something now, and you're building up that database enough to the point where there's always somebody who needs something now. If it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 people, they're all not gonna need something right now. And this is what I've been doing. So when I talk to them, a lot of them are pretty receptive to give me their email, because I'll figure out the next time I need to call them. But I'll put them on this weekly email. So every week I just title it, same thing, Chicago Market Report, and then I put the date by it. So I'll show you here. I'll put a link to this in the description. That way, if you guys want to copy this, if you're also a realtor or something for your own business, or you want the actual report, you can sign up for it. But I've gotten good feedback on it. There's people who unsubscribe. I don't really care about the people who unsubscribe. That's fine, as I'm really just trying to get a really refined list of like fans, like really good fans in the area who like me, want to do business with me whenever they do need something. Now, you guys can pause this as you're watching, but I just gotta put that. This is always at the top. I got this example from Ricky Caruth, another realtor. But I always put this at the top, Chicago's hardest working agent. We all work really hard, but I think this is funny to put up there. I always put a big picture here. You know, a lot of things in the market is people have been telling me that we have a bad market, but you know, I always talk about what's actually happened to give people, you know, be a voice of reason for them. And took pictures of that property, right? That guy doesn't want to list his property, but if I bring him a buyer, he's willing to pay me a commission. So, you know, here I broke down to everybody in my email about this property. You know, it's not available anywhere else. Nobody else knows about it but me. And, you know, it's a $1,200 monthly payment for this place that I went and shown. I mean, most people here in Chicago, they pay about $1,600 a month in rent. So everybody who gets my market reports, you know, I'm trying to give them some value by giving them access to something that nobody else can give them.
We're getting our hers done.
Yeah, we're getting our hers done. So usually I go with like a 2 on the sides and then fade it with like a little bit longer on top, but not too long. But I think I might go with like a little tighter on the sides, or like same fade, but then just longer on top, and kind of like get some of that non-stick powder like stuff that you just rub in, and it kind of like gives me like a, see this, guys? I'm gonna have like it's not gonna be like, what the frick?
He's going in.
Oh. We're in the lines at Starbucks. I thought someone was jumping the line. But so I think it might be something like this, where it's like slicked back, but not like gross
maybe
slick back.
Like, so like a looser slick back, not like tight.
Yeah. That way I'm on listing appointments, and I'd be like, as you can see, this 2-bedroom.
I'm getting a chop to this hair and no more blonde.
Yeah.
It'll be gone. At first I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, but then I was like, Megan, you're getting a lot of gray hair. You're gonna have to start dyeing that anyway, so might as well be now.
You're shorter, so I think like shorter hair would look good on you.
Because short people can't have long hair?
Nope. So I feel bad. So Jen was my original hairdresser.
Yes.
And when I moved to Chicago, I had to get a different one, because I'm not gonna drive a few hours to get my hair done. Busy guy. But she just opened her business, so we're gonna go there. And my hairdresser, I feel like I'm cheating on her.
I think she'll understand, like, Jen's the OG.
Look at the finished product here. And of course, her hair as well, not just me, guys. So Jenny, we love you. We're so proud of you. So she decided to rent her own chair, get her own space, and have it be under her business, which is #JenHair. So you can go check out her Instagram. I'll put the link to her page in the description so you can check it out. It's the Menominee Falls area, or near, Menominee Falls is like near Milwaukee, Wisconsin-ish. Yeah. The biggest thing she was telling me though is that this work, this hairdo, it's gonna take a lot more commitment. You know, I go to the office and I see all these other realtors that got fancy hair, and I'm like, that guy spent some time on it. And I think if I want to get to that next level, I'm gonna have to spend time on my hair too.
I think so.
But thanks everybody for watching the vlog. If there's any content you're looking for, or anything you have questions about, leave a question below and we'll answer it on the next vlog. Bye.